Hello, dear friends. Welcome to my channel English for All, particularly 12th standard students. Today we are going to see one of the short stories from our textbook, that is 1.3, The Cop and the Anthem. As already we have gone through one short story by R.K. Narayan, An Astrologer's Day. Similarly, this story is also humorous about a simple man, common people, as it is the specialty of the author. The story writer is William Sidney Porter. He is an American writer and he is known by his pen name O. Henry. His writing style is totally different. Particularly, his stories are having an unexpected ending, and that's why the reader is unable to guess what happens by the end of the story. Now, if we look at the title of this story, The Cop and the Anthem, there are two nouns used by the writer, the cop and the anthem. We do not understand or guess anything from this title, The Cop and the Anthem. But earlier, we have seen one story, The Astrologer's Day by R.K. Narayan. It gives some idea about the story, and the story is about an astrologer and his day. But here, the two nouns, the cop and the anthem, does not provide us any clue to the story. Now, let us look at the title, The Cop. The cop means the police, and the anthem means religious song. His story is very well known, and the character of this story is Soapy. His name is Soapy. He is a vagabond. Vagabond means a person who is wandering on the street, having no home, no work, and no money. थोडक्यात आपण असं म्हणूया तो आवारा आहे, and he is having a criminal background. Being a criminal, he had been to prison many times, that is jail. As he has no shelter to protect himself from the severe winter. The background of the story is from America, and particularly this story takes place in New York City. In Western countries, particularly in winter season, the winter becomes very cold, deadly, and severe. Now, Soapy is a homeless person. He tries to go into the jail, and in his attempt to go into jail, he plays, he plans many tricks so that the policeman should arrest him. But the story ends in an unexpected way. The writer O. Henry has depicted these Soapy's attempts in a very humorous way, in a ironical way. This story is about freedom and confinement. Freedom, swatantrya. Confinement, jail, prison, attack. But this character wants to be free. From what? He wants to be free from miseries and worries of life. What are his miseries and worries? He has no home, no money, and therefore he wants to go in confinement, that is prison, so that he can get there shelter as well as food. Soapy faces the irony of the moment. By the end of the story, he comes to know that the real freedom is in a virtuous life, in a gentleman's life. When he transforms himself into a gentleman, from a vagabond to a good fellow, then he is taken into the confinement, and this is the irony of his life, irony of fate. Now let us see the story in brief. Soapy was walking on Broadway Street, Fifth Avenue, Broadway. Broadway is the name of a avenue in New York City. And there he saw one luxurious cafe. Luxurious cafe? Cafe means restaurant. He wanted to eat the luxurious items in that cafe, and as definitely he had no money, the cafe management would call the police and he would get arrested. That was his first plan. First plan. Now, Soapy decided to enter the cafe. He had the confidence. Why he had the confidence? Because he was cleanly shaven. दाढ़ी व्यवस्थित केली होती. And he had a very good coat. It had been presented by a lady missionary on Thanksgiving Day. Christian people generally donate few things on the fourth Thursday of November. This is the traditional day on which Christian people donate something to poor people. Don't think that poor people are only in India. Poor people are everywhere. Even they are in America, rich America. So Soapy had a confidence that he would enter anyhow in the hotel, in the restaurant, that is cafe. He would eat a roasted mallard duck and a bottle of wine and some cheese, a cup of coffee, and a cigar. So, this was his plan. As he entered the cafe, Soapy set his foot inside the restaurant. As the door head waiters, I fell upon his tattered trousers. Tattered trousers? His pant was tattered, torn out, partly listening, and his shoes were very old and worn out. The head waiter noticed that this was somebody who is vagabond, and he turned Soapy out of the door, and this was his first attempt to get arrested. His first attempt failed. Now he turned off Broadway. And his dream seemed very far away. What was his dream? His dream was to get arrested and get into the prison, entering the limbo. That is a very luxurious place, limbo. Now, at the corner of the 6th Avenue, there were electric lights and some shops were displayed their goods in windows, plate glass. And behind the plate glass, the window was attractive. Soapy took a stone and he dashed through the glass. There was a smashing sound of a glass, katak. People came running around Soapy. Even a policeman came there. But Soapy did not run away. He stood there. The policeman asked, "Where is the man that done that?" Soapy said, "Don't you think that I might have had something to do with it?" He said in a friendly voice, so that he could be arrested. But unfortunately, the policeman refused to accept as a clue, as he thought that the men who smash windows do not stand, they run away. At that time, the policeman ran behind a man who was running behind a car, catch a car, and Soapy failed, became unsuccessful twice. See, this is his second attempt which failed. Now let us see the third attempt. What was the first attempt? He tried to enter the cafe. The second attempt, he smashed the glass window of a shop. The policeman did not arrest him. Now again he walked some distance. Opposite of that street there was another cafe which was for common people. The atmosphere was common, and therefore he entered that hotel and he sat on a table, consumed beef steak, flapjacks, donuts, and a pie. These are all Western dishes. We don't know particularly, we haven't seen these dishes. But he ate full of his belly and told the waiter, "Now get busy and call a cop." Soapy said to the waiter. Now the waiter said, "No cop for you." He summoned his another fellow, and Soapy was thrown out of the restaurant on the road. Soapy was thrown very cruelly. He fell on the hard surface of the road. Somehow he got up, dusted his clothes, and arrest by the police also seemed to be a dream for him. This is his third attempt. Now Soapy was seized with a sudden fear that he would be arrested and he would be sent to jail. Therefore, he started behaving like a drunken man. Now, this is his third attempt. In his third attempt, he tried to behave like a drunken man. Drunken man? दारू पिलेला माणूस, बेवडा. He danced, he waved his hands in the skies, he started yelling gibberish language, the language the drunken people speak. Now, one policeman came to Soapy. He went around and around Soapy and he noticed something, and he turned towards the citizens, those who gathered around. He told the citizens that these were students from Yale University. Yale University had played some matches, and these students had given the goose eggs to the Hartford College. Goose eggs, that is zero score to other college. And therefore, these Yale University students were celebrating nowadays, and they had instructions to let them be, to let them enjoy. Soapy became disconsolate, very unhappy. His Arcadia was unattainable, means he could not attain his paradise. Arcadia is one kind of paradise, Nandanvan. But this attempt was also failed. So Soapy tried another attempt. Finally, he saw one cigar store. There was a man who was lighting cigar in a well-dressed manner. The man was gentleman, and he had set his silk umbrella by the door on entering. Soapy stepped inside and grabbed the umbrella, and he ran away out of the cigar store. The man noticed. He said, "My umbrella." Then Soapy said, "Oh, is it? Is it your umbrella? Then take it." "Well, why don't you call a policeman?" "I have stolen your umbrella. Call the policeman. There is one policeman. Call the cop. There stands one on the corner." Umbrella owner was also startled. He stopped. He slowed his steps. Soapy also did likewise. As This man had also picked this umbrella from somewhere. So he said, well, if you know it happened by mistake, if it is your umbrella, take it away. Again, Sophie said, yes, it is mine. This umbrella is mine. And the fourth attempt of Sophie also failed. Sophie walked eastward. There were some ditches by the side of the street. Damaged road was there. He threw this umbrella, hurled this umbrella angrily in one of the ditches. In this way, he failed in his all attempts to get into the jail. In this turmoil, as a state of great disturbance, he walked some distance and he came to Madison Square. It was a quiet corner. The atmosphere was calm and quiet. There was no public, no rush. The people were very few on the road. And at that corner, there was one church, very unusual church, that is attractive and old-fashioned church. The church, the atmosphere around the church attracted Sophie. There was a window. The soft light glowed out of the window, and the organist means the musician, was playing some anthem on the organ. He was just playing on the keys and he was practicing for the Sabbath anthem. Sabbath is a festival in Christianity. It is a religious day that people observe. Generally, Jews and Christians observe this day, and for that day, the organist was playing some notes, that is, musical notes. Some music was coming from the window. Suddenly, this music transfixed Sophie. There was iron fence between the road and the church. So Sophie stopped there. He was fascinated by the music. The atmosphere was very charming. The moon was in the sky. Vehicles and pedestrians were very few, and it was the evening time. The atmosphere transformed Sophie's mind, and he got attracted towards the music of the anthem. When he heard the music, he remembered his golden days of childhood. He remembered his countryside atmosphere, his village atmosphere, and his soul suddenly changed. A transformation came into his mind. His personality totally changed, and he began to think that to do something very worthy, as he had tumbled into a mire, M-I-R-E, दलदल, तो चिखलामध्ये पडला होता. So he wanted to do something. At that moment, his heart responded. He was in a very strange mood, and he had decided to search for a job, and he would resurrect his old eager ambitions and pursue them without faltering, without mistake. Resurrect means complete change in life. Resurrection, Punarjanma. And he had decided tomorrow he would go in the downtown, as a fur importer had once offered him a place as a driver, as a job as a driver. As he was thinking, transformation took place in his personality. He wanted to resurrect himself. At the same time, there was somebody and who put his hand on his shoulder. It was the cop, the police officer. He inquired him what he was doing there. Soapy said nothing. Then Soapy was arrested without any complaint. And this is the end of the story, where Soapy was sent to jail for 3 months. The magistrate, the judge declared 3 months on the island. In this way, Soapy was trying to enter into the jail. But he failed in his attempt. Finally, he wanted to do something very what you call a resurrective manner. Then he was arrested. This is the irony of his fate, and the story ends here.